Astros have played the same number of games and are 66-50. We're underway with a first pitch swing way up in the rafters, and it is going to be playable and caught by Jose Altuve. That did not hit anything up there on the roof. Maybe went in between. Hooks that one right to Jose Altuve. Jose makes the first two plays of the day as Shohei Ohtani retires for the second out.
They're out there for guys the age of Greinke, Verlander, and
this ball to left, and Justin Verlander, in start number 500 in his career, has a 1-2-3 inning. Very close to his first cycle of his career. And he goes after the first pitch and hooks one into the crowd down the left field side. Gave up 7 runs in 4 innings against Seattle in his last start. This one grounded in a perfect spot. Jose Altuve, 13-game hitting streak on an 0-2 pitch. Grounds one through the middle just past Detmers. It's against Justin Verlander this year. But here he takes one inside for ball 4. 4-pitch walk. His 21 home runs against lefties. As he gets in on him here, a little fly ball to left, playable for Grichuk. Randall Grichuk makes the play for out number 1. Altuve and Bregman on him, 1 out. There goes Altuve. Bregman stops, and Altuve went too early. Altuve's going to get tagged out. Rangers won 2 out of 3 against the A's. This one hooked, and a diving stop by C.J. Cron catches it in the air for the final out of the inning. A little tapper that Maldonado's going to make the play on. Maldi flips it to John Singleton for the first out of the inning. That one hit the plate, I think. He hits this one hard, and Jordan will turn around and watch this one. That is deep into the Crawford boxes for Cron's first extra base hit as an Angel. He had been 7 for 36, all singles. But hits a home run off Verlander here. Second home run of his career against JV, and 30 at bat.
Two-one fastball, kind of down and in. Stayed on that inner third, caught a lot of the plate. But Cron has some pop. Recognized, did a good job of pulling the hands in and getting the barrel to that one. So, but he has been amazingly positive. Great pitch. Curious to see how they structure it, because whoever signs him is going to sign him to a long-term deal.
This ball hit high in the air to left field, but Jordan has a beat on it and puts it away.
This is fun.
Yainer Diaz leading off here. And there's a line drive in the right field. That's down for a base hit. Yainer Diaz, a leadoff runner for the Astros, just like Altuve was in the first.
And executes that beautifully.
Now Mauricio Dubon right up the middle. Base hit right on top of Reed Detmers. So just like that, a couple pitches into the inning, and the Astros have against Felix Bautista. And he's almost hit by that pitch. That's going to send the runners 90 feet each. That ball over the head of Singleton to the backstop. A wild pitch sending Yainer to third and Mauricio to second. Singleton hits one high, hits one deep. Fair ball to 3-run bomb. It is John Singleton hits his first big league home run in 2,935 days, and the Astros lead this game 3-1.
Number 1 on the season for the tank, John Singleton. Welcome back to the Astros, John Singleton. We talked about home debuts again in Justin Verlander. How about the home debut again for John Singleton?
8 years and 13 days in between big league home runs.
$10 million extension in the minor leagues, which was unheard of at the time. Get through another base hit, so 4 straight base hits to start this inning. So he had a lot of scrutiny on him both on the field and off the field, but for him to work back and sit on this two-seamer and absolutely unload. The only thing I'm mildly disappointed with is the bat flip, because some of the bat flips in Sugarland were incredible, and he had every right to let it go on this one. But that's just that contact point is just a culmination of all the hard work to get back here.
He probably wanted to be quickly have bullpen action going. One of their 3 lefties warming up. That one's down the line. That's a fair ball. It's going to actually hit the stool of the ball boy, and it'll be a double for Martin Maldonado. Mountains up. Ball 4. Bill Nevin having a conversation here whether he's seen enough. Bregman chops one slowly towards short. They're going to try and turn 2. A run's going to score. Bregman safe. The throw gets by Crone. Maldonado's going to hold at third. Altuve is out as the fielder's choice. Bregman reaches, and the Astros now lead 4-1. Hits the ball to third. Maldonado is holding up. They're not going to be able to turn this double play, or will they? No. That was a long run for Brandon Drury to kind of, in the defensive alignment, get to that bag in time. Drury got there. Jordan beat the throw and gets an RBI. Now Tucker pops one up. Playable for C.J. Crone. Tucker flings the bat away. And that'll do it for the Astros. But a big inning.
Down to Corpus, so it's been great.
Pop up off the bat of Randall Grichuk. Jeremy Pena hoping that Jordan Alvarez doesn't keep coming, and he doesn't. There's out number 1.
It's like being chased by a lion. So when you're being chased by the lion, you don't realize what you're doing. It was just go out there and get these guys out, and it's just when I sit here today and watch these closers come in, and they're crazy good.
Going to be a triple here. Dubon kind of hit hard into that wall, couldn't come up with that.
But I mean, there in every stop that I had, there were just some great guys. And I mean, you're in that bullpen and you're just battling with each other. So I mean, you know what's going on. I mean, Mike Maddox was a lead, turns into a 1-run lead, and so I ended up punching outside. But it was anxiety ridden that whole day. And they also have a different type of strike zone. You couldn't do these things going up and in, getting behind the count. I love him, though. I mean, he made the plays.
Was he not the most entertaining teammate ever?
Well, ask him after you've hit a home run. That was the best. He's like, hey, what was it? How they talk and what it meant to them. And that means a lot because you really lay it down line. And when you have time off from the game to really look back.
Influence for you early in your career.
Holy cow. He might have done it again. If this stays fair, it's a 5 RBI game. It is.
Did that go over Ultra?
That is very close to where he put that first ball, a 3-run home run, followed by a 2-run home run.
Hello.
John Singleton returned to Minute Maid Park for the first time in over 8 years, and he's having a career day.
How's that make you feel, Billy?
I'm glad I'm up here.
They look way better up here, don't they?
Oh, my gosh, I'm like cheering. Like, they're awesome.
Yes. That was an absolute.
Super happy for him.
Amazing story, isn't it?
It really is. And I mean, this game, it gives back so much. You get second chances, and it's just, that's what's so awesome about baseball and why baseball can be translated into life.
The mound now, as we'll take another look at this home run. Go ahead, Blummer.
Oh, that is a backup slider that got absolutely destroyed. There's a little bit better bat flip for me.
They got his first one, so now he's like, all right, we'll just bat flip this.
Did that get over Ultra?
Almost.
Oh, man.
He hit that in the exact same spot as he did the previous one.
Within a few seats, right?
Wow.
How about the guy on the mound making the pitching change? You guys both roomed with this guy.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
Yes,
I had Osmus, and I'm like, hey, man, do you guys have a translator in here? Because I don't understand a word either of these two guys just said.
What did they just say? Oh, yeah. That's
good stuff.
Mama's excited. She's double packing, ready to get down there.
Oh, Maldi with his second hit of the night. Martin Maldonado, a 2-out base hit.
You've obviously done a lot of coaching since you've been out of the game.
And your purpose is to win, then your numbers will be there. But,
oh, my goodness.
Oh, high slider. The one in Toronto is in AAA. I've got one with the White Sox, the catcher in AAA. Much about really being a coach and stuff like that, as much as just really being somebody that can talk to the young guys about the game and, the little things.
And everybody in the family is here together, and it's great.
Well, Mike Moustakas grounds one to John Singleton. John Singleton, last time he played here.
But he's done a lot of growing up in between then and now, and it's been a lot of fun to watch. But you've been watching a lot of this guy on the mound, too, and Justin Verlander in the opposing dugout.
Awesome.
Bob Green was our radio producer engineer.
You're going to have to hold this story with Blummer. I'm taking off.
All right.
Brownie,
he gone.
Enjoy the rest of your...
yeah, but he's so much fun to be around now, too. And Tucker bounces on 2 hops. Drury over to first, 1 out for Rosenberg. But,
understand?
Yeah, when he hit a homer, that was the beginning of the end. Line shot deep to left center field, and that one goes over the head of Randall Grichuk. Diaz into second, Yiner with the slide, and he has a double. It's been quite an era. And, you know, we see full ballparks all the time. Little tapper to shortstop. Rengifo with the throw. He gets Dubon with Diaz moving over to third. 2 outs in the inning, but that's a walk, and Singleton continues to keep his perfect night alive. 2 on, 2 outs for Pena now.
To grow a little bit.
Pena to left. Grichuk on the run, and it bounces off the wall. 1 run home. Diaz scoring, and it's an RBI double for Pena. 42nd RBI for JP.
Well, just kind of in that rearview mirror.
That one will sneak through into left center field, and 2 runs are going to score to make it 10-2 Astros. Maldonado 3 for 3, 22 runs batted in. A resurgence right now, I think. And he takes a 4-pitch walk. He's on for the 4th straight time in this game, but there's the out at second base for the force play on Altuve, going from Moustakas to Drury.
Yeah, but Kevin Brown was one of the nastiest pitchers I've ever seen in my life, and then Randy Johnson's right there with him, too.
Absolutely. Strikeout number 6 for JV. There was one player riding the bus, Moises Alou, and he usually did. Grounded by Grichuk, and Pena takes care of out number 2. And when Mo got on that bus,
Alan Ashby for my career, so I greatly appreciate you, and obviously the friendship that started as a player and finished as a broadcaster will always continue off the field. Thank you for being in here, Brownie.
Thank you, Blummer, and thanks be to God for this night.
330 average OPSing 1,000, lots of home runs, lots of RBI. He sits at 84 and counting. TK?
That all of a sudden they flipped that clock back to whatever generation they were watching of Astros baseball, and they were right in the middle of it again.
Man, if it wasn't for these 2 lefties in the middle of the lineup, this Astros offense would be good.
Honestly.
When you guys first started, how gracious he was, because, and we can talk about this another inning, but that doesn't always happen for young broadcasters. So good for you guys to have Bill Brown in the booth.
So every city that we went to was my first time to go, right? All these road trips, and he would help me in the biggest way.
Luis Rengifo leads off with a single here in the 6th inning. But then when we first moved into Houston, as Shohei Ohtani bats, and he singles into center field. So it'll be first and second for the Angels with a couple of hits here in the 6th inning. When we first moved to Houston,
end of his career, we went on a trip. Man, that's 3 base hits in a row now.
Yeah, this one's going to score a run possibly. Yordan's throw is going to be a little bit late. And to score Rengifo, that makes it a 10-3 game, 3 consecutive singles.
Ready, and I'm like, man, Brownie must have taken the late bus. Good for him.
This ball playable for Dubon.
And Shohei's going to tag up and go to third. And I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden,
be enough tonight for JV with his 10-3 game. Swing and a miss. He's gotten thrown back-to-back at bats after allowing that home run in his first time up. That one's popped up. Who wants it? It's near the mound. It's going to be Bregman. No, Pena will call off Alex and make the catch for the final out of the inning. John, his last home run came July 29th of 15. Mauricio Dubon hits this one to center field. Moniak will make the play. And that's the first out of the inning. Runs in 82 games. Hit 12 home runs for Sugarland. How about that?
Wow.
Rosenberg with his back to the plate catches that ball between his legs. 2 runs scored. And JP with a 3-hit game. Pena had a 3-hit game on the road trip, but now has his 6th 3-hit game of the season. Hunter Brown didn't walk anybody last night. Maldi gets retired for the first time in this game as Rosenberg picks up a strikeout to end the 6th. And that is up, ball 4. So that breaks a string.
I'm going to be like, did your dad pull one on me, or did this really happen?
Grichuk, who went to Lamar Consolidated, goes down on strikes here. Asking him miss Chad Wallach bats with a 2-2 count. And Graveman back-to-back strikeouts, both swinging. I do remember asking him.
Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of things during the summer you can't do.
So he said he has not looked back one day. So good for him. The bullpen for the Angels has been quiet since Rosenberg has been in the game. Altuve sends one to left, and that will be played on a line by Randall Grichuk. One away here in the 7th, including his first major league home run. And that'll be a called third strike. And a strikeout number 4 for Rosenberg, and 2 outs in the inning. Chaz, how about Chaz? Right off the bench. Didn't kill the ball, but he ends up with a base hit. Pinch hit single for Chazzy Fizz.
It's got to feel good for Chaz.
Abreu being the only other one left on the bench. Jake Myers pinch hitting for Kyle Tucker. So Bregman, Alvarez, and Tucker's nights are over, and so is the bottom half of the 7th as Myers pops up to end the inning. There's a 1-7 in a row. That's a called strike at the bottom of the zone. Could have gone either way. Shohei felt he had drawn the walk. That one popped up. John Singleton backs up. Coming on Chas McCormick, who wants it. It's going to be Singleton who stays with it and makes the catch for the second out of the inning.
Who won Pitcher of the Year?
In the 1870s. I don't know what they call
it.
Yeah. How about Pena off balance? That's a nice little play by Jeremy.
I don't know if I remember the last one, but I will tell you a picture popped up on my phone. You know how your phone will remind you of on this day? 9 years ago, I was doing a walk-off interview with him.
The Astros changed their whole outfield around. The Angels are changing their whole infield around. How about Dubon? Doesn't draw a lot of walks, but it has 2 walks today. Seasons or 8 years without in between major league home runs. He has another hit on base for the 4th time today, as Mauricio Dubon had to duck out of the way, and he and who are the most productive in that lineup. Yordan Alvarez and Kyle Tucker went a combined 0 for 8 tonight. So in a night where that one's popped up, that won't score anybody. Maldi will be retired for the 2nd time today. CJ Crone, actually Brandon Drury makes the play. Hey, Altuve! Gary Pettis in a different game might have thought about sending John Singleton, but he's just going to give Altuve 1 RBI tonight. How about Jose Altuve on base 5 times? And a called third strike will end the inning. The Astros had a run, couple of hits, couple of walks. We head to the 9th. That was that wild game that Alex Bregman and Kyle Tucker eventually hit home runs to win that game in the 9th inning. That ball hits Maton. That's exactly what he didn't want in an 11-3 game.
You're 100% right. He kind of turned his back, realized that ball was going to get him. You're right, TK. Nobody needs this in this ball game right here. You're just hoping it kind of hits off the wallet instead of the lower back.
I think it's the lower back.
That's not good. Or the elbow.
Ground ball to second. How about Ryan Stanek? Double play potential, yes. 1 pitch and 2 outs. How much more efficient can you get? Tonight, 2.5 games back. Rangers are playing in the 3rd inning scoreless, and that'll do it. Stanek with a double play on 1 pitch, and then he strikes out the rookie outfielder Adams to end the game. 11-3 final. That is quite a way to kick off this weekend series.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun to start off this weekend series. Hall of Fame weekend with a big win from the Astros. It's also nice to see Justin Verlander making that reappearance here at Minute Maid Park and get the run support with the Astros putting up 11 runs as he qualifies for that 251st W. But it also gets the Astros a half game closer as the Texas Rangers take on the San Francisco Giants out in San Fran. But a big night for John Singleton, and a welcome back for him as well.
So the Astros victorious. We'll have the Astros post-game show coming up, presented by Whataburger. It will be Vanessa Richardson, Brian Bogusevic, and Mike Stanton tonight hosting, and Julia Morales. I think we know who her special guest will be. She hasn't talked to him in a post-game walk-off in over 8 years. Astros post-game show coming up next.